So hello anime watchers and anime viewers, today we'll be talking about the top 10 anime where the main character is lazy, but secretly badass. If there is one tried and true recipe for making a likable main character, it is to make them as lazy as many of the fans watching the series, but secretly badass. So without any further ado, let's get started. On our list at number 10, we have Cowboy Bebop. Although Spike spends the majority of his time actively hunting down bounties, it's not like he wants to or anything. Unfortunately, every time the Bebop crew gets a large bounty, something goes horribly awry when it comes to collecting the reward. So like the rest of us, Spike has to work hard. Unlike us, he has a badass martial arts Spike to get the job done with great flair. On number 9, we have Gate. Yoji is the poster boy for us to not believe in working smarter but harder. Despite looking like an unmotivated slob to the audience and his peers, he is actually a second lieutenant in the Special Forces Ranger. Despite his lack of ambition when it comes to real combat, his tactical mind and superior combat training shows through. On our list, we have Gintama at number 8. The whole plot of Gintama, or what audience can understand, revolves around Gintoki being a rather lazy and unremarkable man right up until the start. While he rises to the occasion when his friends are in danger and shows off some legendary swordmanship, mostly he just likes gambling and reading Jump with the finger up his nose. On number 7, we have One Punch Man. I was pretty conflicted putting Saitama on here. I mean, he's so much lazy as he's just bored. He went through all that trouble to train his body to be a superhero, but defeating people with one strong punch is pretty boring after a while. After enough wins, he gets bored with superheroing and thus ends up a pretty lazy bum about it. On our number list at 6, we have great teacher Onizuka. The only reason Onizuka became a teacher to begin with is because he saw a pretty schoolgirl ardently confess her love for an incredibly average middle-aged teacher. Of course, it turns out his lazy, silly and occasionally threatening style of teaching was just the thing for a bunch of delinquents that normal teachers couldn't handle. And on number list at 5, we have Elder Amin on the Sky. Ikta Solog, the MC, likes to spend his days lying around all his night chasing around pretty women. Of course, even the laziest among his country are drawn to conflict when war breaks out. Even though he defeats war, he still ends up a pretty high-ranking officer, much to the confusion of his peers. However, throughout the series, we watch him go out. At 4, we have Akashic Records of the bastard magic industry. Glenn isn't known as his ally the Fool for nothing. It is his attitude and lazy nature that hides everything badass about him. As an assassin and renowned magician killer, he has a great combat skill. However, as a magic user, he is well taught in his natural ability. With the laziness covers all that up, which is why the honor student of the teacher strongly dislike him. Kazemakaze Tsukikage Ran. Self-described beautiful woman, Ran is a legendary wandering swordsman. However, the only thing that can match her skill with a sword is her demonic lust for sake. Instead of looking for strong opponents, she prefers to spend her time drinking. Sometimes not even her friends can keep her on task when sake is nearby. And number 2, we have Shaman King. Although Yo spends much of his time in the series fighting, people often forget his whole reason for doing so. Yo only wants to be the Shaman King because that would make him so powerful that he could just lounge around and do whatever. That's right, this shonen hero has no noble motivation. He wants to be all powerful just to be lazy. On number 1, we have Legend of Legendary Heroes. Because Rainer Lute is so naturally talented at so many different combat art, it has led to his own lazy nature. To most people, he is sleepy and unmotivated, which makes it all the more surprising when he does do something, even if it is not even amazing, but it's usually pretty amazing anyway. Unfortunately, even lazy people can undergo horrible trauma. In his case, it was death of his classmate which cursed his laziness a bit as he tries to make the world a better place. Well, that was all for the video, and for more such amazing content, please make sure to subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. And there is a whole lot of content coming on, so you pretty much do so.